Hi, and thank you for coming back to watch Grains in Small Places. I'm Kara, and I'm going to show you today how we make a sourdough discard pancake recipe. This recipe is Lisa from Farmhouse on Boones, if you've seen her channel. I'll link her recipe below because that's who I'm using. I'm altering it just a little bit. First, we're going to use our sourdough starter, Bubbles. And I fed him last night so that I would have pretty much 2 cups of starter. So this would be a discard normally, I guess, for most people. But I'm going to just take pretty much the whole jar. Now this recipe I can make the same day that we want to eat the pancakes because all I'm using is this starter. I'm not using any fresh flour. There are other recipes that we use that does use fresh flour, but not today. Okay, so 2 cups of the sourdough starter, and I will set him to the side and feed him in a little bit. And to that, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of oil. You can use coconut oil or olive oil, any oil. This is olive oil. And you're going to use 2 eggs. Okay, and she uses 2 tablespoons of honey. I'm going to do 1/8 cup of sugar. Gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to give that a nice mix. So that's all incorporated. Okay, and then I'm going to, at the very last thing I'm going to put in is a teaspoon of baking soda. And that really should react to the sourdough starter. And I'm going to stir that in. Okay, and my basic batter is done. So at this point in time, you can either make these plain or you can add additives in it. My family's 2 favorites are chocolate chips and blueberries. So we usually will make half and half. You can see how this is wanting to bubble up and it's actually rising in the bowl a little bit for me. So Matt and Kodie usually like to make the pancakes for us. So I'm going to go ahead and have them take over for that part.
Alright, so we're going to make the pancakes now. We use our electric griddle. This is Kodie. Smile.
Hi.
And we like to do blueberries. We use frozen blueberries and chocolate chips. So what we're going to do is use our measuring cup. I usually use 1/4 cup, but it was used in process of making these. So I'm going to use 1/3 cup scoop. And we'll put a scoop of the pancake mix on a preheated, about 350 degrees griddle pan. And then Kodie's going to sprinkle the blueberries on top. Or, not blueberries, the chocolate chips. We'll do the blueberries next. Alright, looks like we got 5 pancakes on there. Here, you can scoot it around.
Don't burn yourself.
Just don't touch it. That's a lot of chocolate chips.
They look good.
Alright, so we got all the chocolate chips in the first 5. We want them to stay on the first side till they start to bubble on the top. So it kind of looks like the first one's starting to get bubbles here. So let's go ahead and flip this one. And we'll just go right down the line we put on.
Do you want him to get a plate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright. And then they'll go about 30 more seconds on the other side.
There's a plate. This is
Are those mine?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so here are the chocolate chip.
Those are chocolate chip.
And then we're gonna go ahead and do the blueberry now.
Let me flip them.
So we'll do the same. Scoops of mix. And then Kodie will add the blueberry.
My bet. My bet. There, that's good.
Alright, so we got the blueberries in these ones. We'll let them go a little bit till they start to bubble.
Oh! My hand.
Your hands pit
My
there.
hand purple. What?
Pancakes.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and Kodie's going to flip these. Carefully without throwing them on the counter.
Well, it's set up backwards for him. He's our lefty.
Okay.
Oopsie.
Okay, don't do that.
You put too many on here.
No, I put 5 on there.
Oh.
Alright. So here are the blueberry pancakes. It looks like we have enough batter for maybe one more. We'll just use all of it up for however much it'll take. One more pancake. I think there's a little bit of chocolate chips left, so we'll make this one chocolate chip. And we'll wait till it bubbles a little bit.
Okay, while he's waiting for that, I'm going to go ahead and feed the sourdough starter. Just going to use a little bit of the filtered water. And I just milled some flour, so I'm going to put that in there. Okay, I'm going to just mix that around to the consistency that I like it at, and I can see I need some more water. Just don't want any dry flour showing. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in a new jar. So I made them pretty small because we're going to be gone most of the day tomorrow and I don't really have any plans of using it. So I could put bubbles in my refrigerator or on my counter. I'm just going to put them on the counter because there's a few other recipes this coming week that I'd like to use him for. So just going to loosely put his lid on, label it, and stick it on my counter.
Okay, this last pancake looks like it's just about finished. We'll see. Yep, it's all done. We'll put it on the plate with the other chocolate chip one. Thank you for joining us to make our homemade blueberry and chocolate chip pancakes with sourdough discard.
Thanks for joining us on our adventure with grains in fall places.
Goodbye.